I got thrown in Facebook jail. Hey everyone, I'm Trevor and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to have a Let's Chat video. What do I mean by that? Well, we get to be a little bit more personal with you, share some difficulties and struggles of being a YouTube content creator to help you be a little bit more overall aware and mindful of what we go through in order to create content for you and in order to create a community for you that is both safe and informative. And today's topic is the fact that I recently got thrown in Facebook jail. Before we go into the actual details of it, I want to preface everything, or rather give you some background information, that a few weeks or months ago, I created a Facebook group, and that Facebook group is called, I gotta pull it up here, Disneyland Vacation Planning and Tips with SoCal Disney Dad. And this is what it looks like. I highly recommend that you go check out this group on Facebook. And there's a link to it down in the description. You can click that link. You can join the Facebook group. If you are on Facebook, if you like Facebook groups, if you like asking questions, if you have questions that you want answered by the community, please do feel free to join my Facebook group, Disneyland Tips and Vacation Planning with SoCal Disney Dad. And I would love to have you there. I created this group a few months ago with the express intent of being able to, well, exactly what I just said, have a place where you guys could ask community questions of other community members, because YouTube just does not lend itself to that sort of interaction. You guys ask me questions. I'm happy for you to continue doing that. Please continue doing that. Commenting on YouTube helps the YouTube algorithm know that you are finding the video useful and helpful. It's called, interactions. It's called engagement. Whenever you hit that like button, whenever you comment, it lets YouTube know that this video is interesting to you and could be interesting to other people. And when YouTube shows this to more people find the channel as a result of that. So I appreciate you still leaving comments and questions for me on YouTube with regards to specific video information. However, if you have maybe some more off-topic questions, right? Questions that don't necessarily have to do with what we're talking about, or maybe it's, that the question doesn't apply to me because I don't use an ECV scooter and you have ECV scooter questions. You could always ask those ECV scooter questions on my Facebook group. And generally speaking, every single question and post gets between 5 to 10 responses on Facebook, if not a little bit more. We currently have 2,500 members in the group, and I appreciate each and every one of you who are a part of our Facebook group. So thank you very much. I created this to be a safe place where you can ask questions, where you don't have to feel like you're belittled or ridiculed, because I've been in plenty of Facebook groups where basically people treat you like if you have never been, how do I want to say it? If you've never been to Disneyland and you don't know anything about Disneyland, they act like, you're supposed to be a Disneyland pro. And if you don't know that Disneyland and Disney California Adventure are two different parks, then you're to be belittled and ridiculed, and I'm going to laugh at you. Like, that's the way sometimes other Facebook groups operate. And I don't want that to be the case in our Facebook group. I want you to feel safe. I want you to feel comfortable in our Facebook group. So I've always desired to create a community that both allows you to get questions and answers from other people within the community. Again, because YouTube doesn't really lend itself to that. You ask a question on YouTube, I'll answer as best I can. Maybe one other person answers, but that's pretty much as far as the conversation goes. Since we've created the Facebook group, I've noticed that there has been a lot of engagement, a lot of community building going on, especially a couple of people who I've been able to connect with who say they never comment on YouTube. They watch everything on their television. Hey, we watch YouTube on our television. That's how we watch as a family. Can't leave comments on YouTube via the television. So Facebook is a way for those types of people also to get involved and engaged in the community. So I'm glad we have the Facebook group. But along with that has to come some moderation efforts, because not everybody abides by the rules that they agreed to when they joined the group. That is, no harassment of others, no rude comments, no spam, anything like that. And so, I do have to occasionally step in and do normal Facebook moderation things. Most of the time I really don't have to do this, because most of the people in the community are really nice and are really kind and considerate. But not everybody is that way, and I had two particular incidents in the last month. Two incidents. I know it's only two incidents, and you feel like, well, Trevor, maybe you shouldn't just get so bent out of shape over two incidents. We've had this before in previous Let's Chat videos where I've talked about how people complain about, my kids not eating on camera as if we're starving them and making them watch us eat Disneyland food and they don't get to eat any at all. When in, reality, we just filmed us taking 1 or 2 bites and then the kids ate the rest of the food. But because I didn't show that, people got really upset with me on the channel. You all just come on and say, hey, Trevor, don't let those haters bother you. Don't let those naysayers bother you. And I understand. And the purpose of this video is not to get sympathy from you all. That's not what we're doing here. We're sharing this so that I can be transparent about something that I recently went through, and you can be aware of how your actions, your words, and your interactions with me can affect me as a person, as a YouTuber, as well as my business and my family, because going to Disneyland, rather not going to Disneyland, but creating content for you revolved around Disneyland planning to help you have an awesome Disneyland vacation is my full-time job. And so the things that you do that negatively affect me do negatively also affect my ability to continue producing this type of content. And we had 2 particular people recently who they said some things. I don't remember what they said. I really don't. It's out of my mind. It's gone. I don't remember what they said. The most recent incident was a week ago, so I'm sort of a little familiar with that, and we'll talk about the details of those in just a second. But I let a week go by because I wanted this to kind of be in the rearview mirror, in the past. I didn't want to say anything heated. I didn't want to say anything, out of frustration. And there'll be some frustration in this video, don't get me wrong. But I've had some incidents where people have been mean and nasty and rude to other people in the group, and they have gotten reported as a result of that. The other members of the group have reported this person, and generally speaking, the action that these people reporting want to have done is this person to be kicked from the group and banned and blocked from the group for life. And I am a rather non-confrontational person, and I'm also trying to be mindful that, people can have bad days, and I'm always willing to give people the benefit of the doubt. So instead of just outright just kicking them out and banning them for their rude comment, I have chosen to take a lesser degree of punishment. And in one instance, I suspended the person's account on my group, not on Facebook, just on my group for 24 hours, meaning that they couldn't post or comment. They might not have even been able to like, I don't know, for 24 hours. And I felt like that was a nice little slap on the wrist for, hey, be nicer. Don't say these rude things. And I said that as well, you've been suspended because you broke community guidelines. And so it was just a temporary little thing. And that person went all scorched earth on me. Like, oh man, I can't believe you did that. They went on YouTube. They blasted me on YouTube. I used to love you. You were a great vlogger. Now I hate you. I'm never going to watch your videos ever again. I'm going to click on every single video and downvote every single video so that other people don't ever watch you ever again. I can't believe that you did this to me. This is so rude. You're censoring me. You're trying to not let me have a platform, blah, blah, blah. Like, dude, you broke community guidelines. You were name calling. You were, I don't remember the details. Again, I don't remember the details. I just know that in order for me to do this, they had to have said something mean and nasty, harassing other people or being rude to somebody. And so I suspended them. That one didn't really, okay, it kind of bothered me. Now I lost a loyal follower and they were loyal because I recognized their YouTube name, and they were somebody who commented all the time. And I felt bad about it. And I don't know if you're watching, and if you are, I'm sorry that you felt this way in the moment, but I do want you to know that I have to moderate the group, okay? I cannot allow, in order to create that safe space, I cannot allow people to, just run roughshod over other people, saying names and mean things to people. We want this to be a safe place. But you might say, well, shouldn't you have, were you censoring them? Were you not letting them share something controversial? And I don't mind if you share things controversial. In fact, the second incident was a controversial topic. One, in fact, that I agreed with, though the vast majority of people did not. But that person posted a comment about, or a post about line cutting at Disneyland. We're not going to get into line cutting at Disneyland because I don't want to get into, I've talked about it here on the channel many, many times. And my official position is that if you send one person into the line to hold your place, and it is more than just an adult and a child coming to join you, maybe it be because you never know if somebody was in line previously and then they left and then they're coming back because of like a bathroom break. If it's, say, 4 adults coming to join another adult who was waiting in line, I don't think that's okay, all right? It's not okay. It's rude. Disneyland's guidelines say that this is rude and inconsiderate behavior if you actually look on their website. So anybody joining, if you send one person to wait in line and you're joining after for whatever reason, buying a churro, going to the bathroom, whatever, it is rude and inconsiderate to other guests, and that is line cutting. What is not line cutting is when you leave the line to go to the bathroom because you were already in line, and then your little one suddenly decided they needed to go to the bathroom, even though you asked them right before you got in line. It happens. It really does. And then you need to get back into the line. Well, the original poster decided that this type of behavior was also line cutting and was being very rude to people, telling them, no, if you leave the line for any reason, even to go to the bathroom, you need to get in the back of the line, and anybody else that was in your group also needs to leave the line when you leave the line, and they need to get in the back of the line as well. And anybody who said anything negative to this person whatsoever in terms of like, now that's just, that's not right. We were in line. I can't help that an emergency happened and things like that. And any sort of pushback that this person received, they were being very nasty to these people in the comments. And so I decided to shut the post down. I didn't delete it. I didn't ban them. I didn't block them. I even put them on post approval, I don't even think. I literally just turned off the comments. After posting my official position, which was a big, long thing, I posted my official position, turned off the comments. My official position supported them in 95% of what they were saying. And this person got so upset that I turned off the comments on their posts. They left the group, also went to YouTube, proceeded to blast me on YouTube, leaving negative comments. And less than 2 hours after this event, now it could be completely coincidence, but I don't think it is. Less than 2 hours after this event, my account on Facebook was suspended. It was jailed. It was deleted. And let me show you. Well, it wasn't fully deleted, but that's the word that Facebook used. Here's what it says. I know you're probably not going to be able to see. Yeah, you're not going to be able to see because of the focus. Basically, it says, we suspended your profile. SoCal Disney Dad profile has been removed. Updates on this decision. I'll talk about that in a second. Why this happened. We suspended your profile because some of your activity looks like it doesn't follow our rules. SoCal Disney Dad. This goes against our community standards on impersonation. See rule. So I click see rule. Impersonation, it brought up more information. We don't allow people on Facebook to go against our community standards. Examples of things we don't allow. Creating a page or profile that looks like it belongs to a brand or business. Pretending a page or profile has a business relationship with a business, celebrity, or public figure. In other words, they deleted my account because I created a profile that looked like a business that I didn't own. How can I impersonate myself? What happened? Well, from my research, from my understanding, anybody, just one time, who reports an account for impersonation, Facebook immediately removes it without any research whatsoever, without any due diligence, without any follow-up trying to figure out if this is a legitimate person or not. Facebook has done this before in the past when I created a business page. So the difference between a page and a profile, a page, well, actually, I don't even know anymore because once upon a time, pages couldn't post in groups, but they made it so pages could post in groups. So I don't even know anymore the difference between a page and a profile. But whenever I try to create a page nowadays, like it wants me to have like a business EIN number and all sorts of things. Like I'm just trying to create my vlogger Facebook page. But plenty of people have those. So they recently made it so that you could have up to 4 profiles on a single account. And that seemed to be the way to go. So I created a profile. But I've had a page in the past and they deleted that after a couple of months. And now they deleted this profile as well. But, it could be coincidence, I suppose. I'm going to fully admit that could be coincidence since my page was previously deleted in the past. I don't know what situation would have come across as that. But any case, the point being, within 2 hours of this whole thing going down, my profile was thrown in Facebook jail. It says it's suspended. Even though it says, sorry, you can't post to Facebook from this account for security reasons, your account has limited access to the site for a few days. It's been a week, more than a few days, that I don't have access to my Facebook profile for posting again. It hasn't been removed, still there, even though it said removed. I don't know. I'm kind of boring you guys now, but just suffice it to say this, that my account has been removed, and the most likely case scenario of it was somebody was mad that I turned off the commenting on their post, which is a lighter action than people wanted. That people wanted this person removed. The person left of their own accord after the fact, but point being, this person reported me and had my profile removed, which is really frustrating. And I think it went a little further than that. I think they might have also reported the Facebook group itself, because ever since this incident, I have noticed that post reach is significantly decreased over what it used to be. I feel like YouTube is showing posts from my group less frequently in other people's feeds because the number of responses have also decreased frequently. Again, this could be, once again, coincidental. Okay, it could be completely coincidental. It's December, it's Christmas, people are busy. That could entirely be the case. So I'm just, but it seems, again, a little too coincidental that I was both suspended and the general activity and reach of my group seemed to be affected on the same day that this happened with this person who got very mad and went all scorched earth on me on YouTube, and very mad and very angry. And so, it's unfortunate that people act this way. I know that of the 2,500 people in my group, only 2 people have done something like this. But I just want you all to be aware of how your actions impact people, because now, not only did I have to create another Facebook profile, which, I mean, admittedly wasn't very hard, but I'm more concerned about the fact that the group now seems to be less effective, because I created the group to be a useful tool for you all. And maybe it'll spring back. So that's why I'm saying go ahead and click the link down in the description. Join the Facebook group if you're interested in joining the Facebook group. I'd greatly appreciate it. Maybe we can get it to bounce back, because I want it to be a tool to help you plan vacations. And thankfully, YouTube isn't quite like this. When people say nasty things on YouTube, YouTube doesn't like immediately slap their creators down. YouTube does its due diligence, and YouTube generally backs the creators, unlike Facebook, which seems to have a we'll blow up everything first policy, and then we won't listen to you. Oh yeah, because I forgot to tell you that they had an appeals process, and the appeals process was pretty stupid too. They had like 5 choices, which were all like 5 words apiece. None of them really applied to anything. They didn't allow me to write anything or a further description. My best option was, you made a mistake. That was it. That was all I could choose. You made a mistake. Within 30 seconds, they denied my appeal and said, we found that you still aren't eligible. I don't know. Facebook has no phone number to contact them, no contact form, no chat. There's nothing. I did find an email, supposedly, appeals@fb.com or something like that. But I emailed that, nothing, no response from them. So my account's just suspended, and it's frustrating because I'm trying to help you all, and other people ruin it for everybody. So just be mindful of that. And I also asked on our YouTube community post to ask me anything, and an AMA, ask me anything, because I wanted to talk more personal in this video. A question I get all the time is going to Disneyland your full-time job? And yes, going to Disneyland and producing content is my full-time job. I go up there once a week. I live in San Diego. I'm 90 minutes south. Well, that's on a good day. About an hour and 45 minutes, an hour and a half to an hour and 45 minutes each way. So we're talking 3 hours to sometimes 4 hours, depending on traffic, for commutes every time I go up to Disneyland. I do not go every single day. I do not go as many days as I produce videos. I go up once a week. I produce a minimum of 3 videos. I come home and then I edit those throughout the week and put those videos up on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Go up on the weekend. If it's not the weekend, I go on Tuesdays. Tuesdays are my preferred day to go to Disneyland. Since the video comes out on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Tuesdays is just a really good day for me to go up. And so I'll go up and I'll film multiple videos for you all. and then I spend the rest of the week editing those videos. Some videos are easier than others. This video right here is going to be very easy. It's not as easy as it thinks, though. This is going to be the second time that I filmed this video. I spent about an hour this morning prepping for the video. And what do you mean by prepping? Well, I have to set everything up because I'm just in my living room right now. I, have a nice little backdrop here that's Christmassy for you. So I had to set everything up this morning. I had to get my lights all set up because I've got some lights here that are helping, brighten up my face a bit. Otherwise, it'd be pretty dark in here. I've got different camera setups. In fact, I've stopped using my phone for filming now. We're using the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. And I've got a microphone here I had all set up, got all this stuff set up. I filmed everything and I watched it back and playback, and I'm still getting used to the camera. So there was a lot of autofocusing going on. I also felt like I was pretty wordy at the time. And so I spent a whole hour filming on top of the hour of preparation, only to decide to scrap the whole thing and start all over again. So this is take number 2 of me filming this video. Hopefully I'm being a bit more concise. We're only at 20 minutes and I'm already moved on to the next topic. The last one was 45 minutes long, and I don't think we're gonna go that long. But the frustrating part is that, now I'm gonna have to also rush the editing out, but I'll probably be able to do it pretty quickly because I'm not gonna edit much out of this. If I misspeak or if I say something, I stumble, I'm just gonna leave it in. So very low effort on this type of video. However, there are other videos that take me a good 20 to 24 hours of editing to fix, or not to fix, but to set up. Those are going to be our guides that are coming in 2025, the Disneyland food guide, DCA food guide, the ride guides. Because of the amount of B-roll and the amount of preparation and the amount of, well, it's mostly the B-roll and the splicing and the cutting and all of that sort of thing, writing out the script and all those guides that I put out at the beginning of the year. They just take a crazy amount of time to put together. And so usually January is like a super busy, stressful month for me because I'm getting all these guides put out for the new year. And so there are varying levels of ease and difficulty. The more B-roll that there is in a video, there's no B-roll in this video. What would I even put in, right? What would I even put in? There's no B-roll in this video, so it's not very difficult. But the more B-roll there is, the more difficult the video is. What is B-roll? B-roll, as opposed to like A-roll, alpha roll, beta roll, whatever. It's secondary footage. It's footage that isn't the main footage. Right now, this is main footage because I'm talking and you're hearing the audio through this particular footage. But if I were to put a clip of Disneyland on the screen and it's me walking through Disneyland or whatever, and I'm not talking during that segment, or, it's a ride that I'm talking about the ride and then I put the ride segment in there, I'm not talking about that while physically riding the ride. I'm using old footage and I'm putting it on top of this one while continuing the audio from the original track. And that's B-roll. And the more B-roll I have, the more difficult it is to edit a video. So they take quite a long time to put together in that regard. Yes, creating this content for you is my full-time job. It has a lot of ups and downs. January is a time where things start to shoot up for me because we put out all those 2025 guides. We start redoing some of the tips videos that we did last year with updated information. New, maybe old tips that no longer apply because of policy changes at Disneyland. New tips that we discovered in the process. So yes, even though you're going to see a money savings tips video again, even though I've done that once, well, in 2024 and 2023, we're going to do it again for 2025 with more and better money-saving tips for you. You'll see some repeat videos like that start to pop up in 2025, but these videos, they really are like the cornerstone of my channel to get me through, pretty much through the end of the year. And basically, once we start reaching the end of the year, people need this content less and less. It's a video that I filmed in January. In December, the food guide video is less useful, right? The menus have completely changed. The restaurants, Hungry Bear Barbecue Jamboree, well, it was Hungry Bear, what was it before? Just Hungry Bear Restaurant before, and my video for 2024, now it's Hungry Bear Barbecue Jamboree with a completely different menu. If you're watching that video today, trying to plan for next week, that information's out of date, so I gotta redo it for 2025. And that means that that video is less useful come December. So as you can imagine, the later in the year that it gets, the less useful these videos become. And so by the end of the year, things start to really slow down. I am mostly a planning channel. Yeah, we have vlogs here on the channel, and we have other topics like this that we do and we talk about. However, I am mostly a Disneyland planning channel. So the ebbs and flows of people planning Disneyland trips is going to greatly affect my video by the time, or my channel. By the time we reach October, things really start to slide down. And I used to get upset, not upset, but I used to get worried about this. I used to get like panicked about it. Like, is my channel failing? Is my channel dying? What's going on? You've probably seen my panicked posts on YouTube community if you've been around for any length of time. And I apologize that sometimes I panic and I post these panicky posts. But I'm human as well. I have fears and I have worries just like you. Not everything is sunshine and rainbows at SoCal Disney Dad World. But, it's the point being that I'm about to end my 4th year on YouTube. 4 years on YouTube, about to start my 5th year. And after 4 years, I have learned that seasonality is a thing and that I should not worry as much as I used to. I mean, in previous Decembers, I have stressed and fretted about this so much that I haven't been able to sleep at night. And that's just not the case now. December's still a hard month where we're almost to the point where YouTube completely pays for absolutely everything in our lives without any worry whatsoever. But California is an expensive place, and it's getting more expensive by the year as they go by. And whenever we have a really slow month like December, it still hurts a little bit. It's not like, it's not like I said, everything's not sunshine and rainbows. I also don't want you to feel bad for me because we're still going to be going to Aulani next year. So that means we still have the money to go to Aulani. And we went to Walt Disney World last year. We probably spent about $10,000 to go to Walt Disney World. Insider information for you, actually. I am, as a Disneyland YouTuber, and this is a nice perk of being a Disneyland YouTuber, I am able to tax write-off most of my expenses when it comes to going on these vacations. So while most people would just be taking it out of, the money that they have earned or whatever, I get to take this money and it no longer is taxable income for me. So that saves a few dollars here and there. Why is that the case? Well, because everything that, so long as I film the vacation, mind you. And so vacations are never really work for me, or rather, opposite. Vacations are never really vacation for me. Every single vacation is a work expense. It's a work trip, if you will. When I go to Walt Disney World, I film the getting there process. We film the travel experience. We film the bus that takes us from the airport to Disneyland. We film absolutely everything. Everything is part of it. And I've got to film everything if I want to take the tax deduction. It's all got to be a part of my business. And so, it's a nice perk at the same time, but I also really never get true vacations. And it's okay because, I'm a Disneyland vlogger and I get to go to Disneyland all the time, and I love that. And I love that. I really do. But just trying to be, give you some more insider information, I guess. I don't know. Helpful, thoughtful insights, and I'm starting to ramble. Anyway, yes, going to Disneyland, filming Disneyland content is my full-time job. It does have seasonality. Some months are better than others. December is probably my worst month of the year. So it's like time to tighten the belt straps a little bit, but we'll be okay. If you are interested in supporting the channel and more than hitting the like button, which please do, and leaving a comment below, which also please do, because it helps our engagement, it helps our interactions here on the channel, which lets YouTube know that you like this video and that other people may find it helpful as well. YouTube will then take this video, show it to a broader range of people, and then they will watch this video, find my channel, or maybe not this video, but other videos, especially those guides. When you see those guides start to drop in the beginning of January, please definitely give them a like, watch the whole thing. Watching 30 seconds, leaving a comment, and backing out is not helpful. That sends a signal to YouTube that you actually did not like the video because you stopped watching it. So as best you can, I appreciate it if you could watch the whole video. Those really do help boost the channel and help other people find our channel as well. And where was I even going with this? I don't even, oh yeah, if you want to, I have memberships here on the channel. It's like Patreon. So if you're interested in joining our Patreon, it's not Patreon. It's called YouTube Community or YouTube Memberships. That's what it is. I'll put a link to it down in the description as well. And you can join our memberships. We have about 75 to 100 people or so. Thank you all to the members. I do want to say thank you to the members. What does membership get you? It gets you priority reply to comments. If I see the little castle icon that lets me know that you are a member, you will absolutely get priority replies. So I don't reply to every comment anymore. I used to. Loved doing that. Wish I still could, but I get way too many comments to be able to respond to everybody. But if I see your little castle and you're saying more than just like thank you for this video, I generally speaking will respond to you, and that's a perk of being a member. Additionally, you also get exclusive videos. And I do want everybody else to know that these exclusive videos are not gatekeeping information in any way. I am not hiding all the best tips and all the best secrets about going to Disneyland behind a paywall. That is not the case. Every single video that I put as members only is pure 100% fluff. This is for people who just want extra content. You want more SoCal Disney Dad and Family. We used to go to the San Diego Zoo a lot and film those videos. We used to go to the Safari Park and SeaWorld and Legoland. We used to go a lot of these places a lot and put most of those videos here on the channel. But as we have continued to develop into a Disneyland planning channel, what has happened is if I post a San Diego Zoo video, for instance, and nobody's interested in the San Diego Zoo video but a select few people, what happens is YouTube sees nobody wants to watch this video. I'm not even going to show it to everybody else that is a subscriber of SoCal Disney Dad, even if they wanted to see this, because it's performing poorly, so we're just going to hide this video. We're going to tuck it away and slip it under the rug. And the only way that people would find it is if they were to actually go to my channel, look at the list of videos and say, oh, wow, there was that video out there. But it's not just that video that gets hidden. If this happens enough times, YouTube says, wow, his channel just isn't very interesting anymore. We're going to push all his videos down. We're going to make all his videos hidden under the rug. And what I've learned is that if I want the channel to grow and to continue to flourish and to be a useful tool for people who are planning Disneyland vacations, then I need to mostly stick to Disneyland content. That doesn't mean that we aren't going to the San Diego Zoo or the Safari Park anymore. We still are. I'm just not filming them. So what I've decided to do recently, probably within the last 3 months, is that if I'm still going to these places, I'm filming them for the members only and we're putting them up on the channel. So we have, I think, about 10 members only videos at this point. If you join, you get access to all 10 of those old videos. Zoo videos, Safari Park video, SeaWorld video, and I don't know if I've put a Legoland video up in there, but oh, we had a road trip video that we did where we went up to Solvang, California. And these videos are available to our members only. So go ahead and it's $5 a month for the price of a coffee, one coffee a month. You can support our channel and we greatly appreciate you. This gives us some more consistent income, I suppose, if you will. But even so, what I'm doing with this money is I'm actually taking it and just pouring it right back into the channel. So we don't often eat at sit-down restaurants at Disneyland because they're more expensive, but I will take this money and we'll eat at those sit-down restaurants. I generally don't do after-hours events because after-hours events are expensive, but ever since we've started the memberships, I've started to do more after-hours events because I'm taking the money from you all and putting it into these after-hours events. So what you're getting for your support is actually more content here on the channel that costs a little bit of extra money that I otherwise wouldn't have spent. So it's not like I'm necessarily pocketing it, but it does allow me to do more things here on the channel without having to worry so much about how much we're spending. I still have to be mindful, but the more people that support the channel in this fashion, it does just provide a little bit more security on our part and gives us a little bit more peace of mind. And so if you'd be interested in joining, we would absolutely greatly appreciate that. Somebody has asked if, so the AMA, the Ask Me Anything, we're at 33 minutes. I'm already starting to talk. I feel like almost as much as we did last time. So I want to try to wrap this up to make it shorter than my previous video so that it's at least a bit more concise. I didn't even start talking about this until like the 45-minute mark, and we've been talking about it for the last 10. So we're already doing better than the previous video. But the Ask Me Anything, it really turned out a lot of Disney-related questions, and I was more looking for personal questions, like things about me that you wanted to know. ask me anything, not ask me something about Disney, because you ask me about things about Disney all the time. But what it told me is that you need a live stream. We need another live stream to answer all of these Disney questions. So coming up, there will absolutely be a live stream coming out. Do not worry, over the next couple of weeks. Tomorrow is my last day. I can go to Disneyland before I'm blocked out for the holiday season. So for the Christmas and New Year's season. I'm blocked out for 2 weeks. So after tomorrow, I'll film a couple of videos for you guys. We got a bunch of good content still coming out in the next couple of weeks. And then we're going to have to do some filler stuff to get us through to January, where I can get back into the park on January 5th and start filming some of these guides for you. And so we'll do a live stream. We'll have a question and answer live stream coming up here. I don't know when. We might do it the Friday after Christmas, the 27th. If that sounds good to you, let me know. Otherwise, busy. I'm pretty busy this week. We're going to Universal Studios we're driving up on Wednesday, going on Thursday to film a Christmas video for you all from Universal Studios. So that video is coming out as well. This is my mother's yearly Christmas vacation, and so we're gonna go to Universal this year for her. And so yes. Anyhow. I once again, the question was, do I ever get tired of going to Disneyland? The answer is no. I absolutely love Disneyland, the atmosphere, the rides, the food. I'll never get tired of it. I go once a week, sometimes twice a week, depending on the what's going on at Disneyland. And I will never get tired of going to Disneyland. I've been going once a week for the last 2 years, and I've been a Disneyland annual pass holder for the last 10 years. I have been going to Walt Disney World once a year for the last, since my wife and I got married, 13 years. So it's... we don't get tired of Disney. We love Disney. We're all about Disney. I'm not losing the sparkle. I'm not losing the magic. The only thing that I'm frustrated with, if there's any frustration whatsoever in it, is just traffic. I have to get up at 5:30 in the morning in order to make it up to Disneyland before San Diego traffic gets really bad. And then if I am tired around 2 or 3 in the afternoon, the park is slammed and crazy busy, and I want to leave, I can't, because otherwise I'm going to be sitting in 2 to 3 hours of traffic to go home to. So we have to wait until 5 or 6 in the evening. And you might say, well, what a shame. You have to spend an extra 3 hours at Disney. Well, when you go as often as we do, when, the best line in the park is a 55-minute wait at Buzz Lightyear, you're like, I don't know if I really want to wait that. And, that's when you start thinking okay, I'd like to go home now. And you've already been there since 8 a.m., so you've been there for 6-7 hours at this point. Sometimes you do feel like you'd like to go home, but I live too far away to just go home. So if there's any frustration whatsoever, it has to do with traffic, both directions, either up or back. We have to leave early in the morning, leave later at night to avoid rush hour traffic to get home to San Diego. Otherwise, absolutely love Disneyland. Do not have any fatigue, burnout whatsoever about going to Disneyland so often. Absolutely love it. For the rest of your questions that are specifically Disneyland planning related, be looking forward to that live stream when we have it. We're going to go ahead and call this video now. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button on your way out. If you want to talk about these things, the Facebook jail thing, the line cutting thing, me being a full-time Disneyland YouTuber, whatever, you got questions about those sorts of things, always happy to answer them. Drop them in the comments below. Click this video to keep watching. Thanks for watching. And as always, we will see you again next time.